Great, I'm starting a recording now. Saba didn't start talking yet.
Okay, shall we start? Shaj?
Yeah?
Shall we start, or you have to record, or what?
I started the recording.
Okay.
So I could have another.
Okay. 1 second.
Saba, should we bring a Tanakh?
I'll tell you what, let's just talk and see what everybody wants to. It has to do with Shavuot. So we the Shulchan Aruch, everybody says that Shavuot, you say, Zman Matan Toratenu. Everybody agrees with that?
Yeah.
So what day of the month is it? Sivan the 6th. Right? I mean, we all say that. That's going to be the 6th, all right? So if you take a look, everybody's very concerned by that idea. Meaning that according to what we're going to be saying in the davening, is Man Matan Toratenu is Vav B'Sivan. So we're going to learn in the Gemara Shabbat, Pei Vav Amud Bet. Very, very fascinating, and I'm not sure I'll have an answer for you because everybody's struggling with this. Tanu Rabbanan. B'shishi b'chodesh nitnu aseret hadibrot l'Yisrael. That's okay, right? B'shishi b'chodesh. Rabbi Yossi Omer, no, b'shiv'a bo. So it's not a given that everybody agrees that we should call it Zman Matan Toratenu. I'll go very quickly through the different shaklavatarias, but how we resolve it is going to be very difficult. I'll show you some very interesting things about this. So, okay. What should be the easiest answer right away? Anybody have an idea?
Yom Tov Sheni Shel Gaviyat.
That's already, okay, you're jumping ahead, okay. But what's the easiest thing to do is, what's the question? Count the number of days. You're supposed to count 49 days and 50th day. So what's the big problem, right? I mean, that should be the easiest question. But what could be the possibilities? How many days each month has? Remember, a month can only have either 29 or 30 days. It can never have either more or less. So if the month was to be 30 days, you will have machloket in terms of whether the Matan Torah was the 6th or the 7th day of Sivan. You can see where this is going to go, right? Seven? But right away you see that there's a machloket here. And once you machloket, why are we saying, Eli already went to Yom Sheni, I'm going to be on good turf because I'll be able to be Yotzei L'Chol HaDeos. But you guys are in trouble. Okay. I would have loved to be with you too, you should know, but that's okay. Okay. So, Amar Rava, the Chule Alma, Berosh Chodesh Lamidbar Sinai Atu. Everybody, if you take a look at Psukim, they're very clear cut. B'Chodesh, B'Shishi, what does it say that? Bayom Hazeh, Bayom Hazeh B'Midbar Sinai. So no question that B'Chodesh Hazeh, Chodesh Hazeh, everybody agreed that. And I wanted to tell you something. If you've ever been in Midbar Tzin, Midbar Paran do look different. We were there many years ago before everything was given back. There's a really difference. You could come and see it looks different. It has a different. We think of a Midbar always look the same. Midbarot do not look the same. They enter the called Midbar Tzin. Whatever. And everybody agrees that it is the 6th. That it is the first day of Rosh Chodesh. Okay. K'tiv bayom hazeh ba'u midbar Sinai. K'tiv otam b'chodesh hazeh lachem. Ma la'adan Rosh Chodesh. Av kan Rosh Chodesh. Okay. U'dekulei alma. Now watch this. B'Shabbat nitna Torah l'Yisrael. What's going to be this year?
Also,
depends where you live. You guys have, okay? In other words, it's very fascinating to see this. Okay. There's a psukim that ended that Matan Torah was going to Shabbat. K'tuv zachor yom HaShabbat lekodsho, u'k'tuv zachor yom HaShabbat yom hazeh, Ma lahalan b'tzuma shel nafka b'tzuma shel yod. Ki plige, where's the machloket between Rabbi Yossi and Rabbanan? B'kviya v'yacha. How many days there were in the month? Rabbi Yossi savar b'chad b'shaba ikva yacha uv'chad b'shaba. I'm sorry. Rabbi Yossi savar b'chad b'shaba ikva yacha. Okay. And the other ones, no. Okay, so what happens is like this. So the question is, well, that Rosh Chodesh of Sivan, was it a Sunday or was it a Monday? If it was on Sunday, you could have one way. If it was Sunday, that way. Okay, so let's see how that works out. Okay, so Rabbi Yossi works out like this. That Rosh Chodesh was Bechad B'Shabbat, meaning Sunday. So it's a beautiful, I mean, this Gemara is wild. So you would think I'm walking through the desert, and everybody's out there, and everybody's, come on, kids, move. What's the first thing I do? I want to see Matan Torah. Nah. So you know what? I mean, you know, kids, have some sandwiches. You look like ice cream. What do you have there? Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't go right away from there to Matan Torah. Have a little lollipop, whatever it is that you relax. It's beautiful. I mean, it's so human. This whole story is unbelievable. Okay. Second day, attempt Yuli Mamlechet Kohanim. That's a very interesting thing. Incidentally, that's Daniel's Brit Milah was on Yom HaMyuchas. Because the second day of Sivan, which is this, Hashem called them V'yitav Segula. We got our Yichus that same day. And through them, it's also interesting thing about that. Every time, no matter what, it could be a leap year or not leap year, whatever day Yom HaMyuchas comes out, automatically Yom Kippur comes out the same day. Every time. Would you have any idea why that might be? What is the connection between Yom HaMyuchas and Yom Kippur? What happened in Yom Kippur the first time? Bnei Israel, who lost this luster from an Egel, finally Yom Kippur comes what? Salachti kidvarecha. You're coming back. Well, where did you start? Yom HaMyuchas. So Yom HaMyuchas, let's see, this is, that's going to be probably Monday, right? Yeah, Rosh Chodesh is Sunday. So Monday, you can be sure that next Yom Kippur is going to be Monday, no matter what year it is. Every time. Fascinating. Okay, so we like this. This is beautiful. Rosh Chodesh, have a lollipop or ice cream. Relax. Second day, you begin to get a skula. Now watch this. Bitlata on the Tuesday, he says to Mitzvah Hagbalat, be sure you don't go, you make a circle around so nobody goes up the mountain. Ba'arba Prisha, you should be Korosh from your wives. And that ends up to be the Shabbat, comes out to be the seventh day of Sivan. That's Rabbi Yossi. Same story. No, Rosh Chodesh was a Monday, not Sunday. How can there be difference? How can there be difference? How can it be with it? Basically, it could be one thing. Either the what's that?
Chodesh Maleh or Chodesh Chaser?
Yeah. To go ahead. How do you create Chodesh Maleh, Chodesh Chaser?
Depending on Eidim.
It's either when the Eidim come, but the Gemara Shana tells you that the Rabbanan had the power to close the doors and say, you know what? No more. I'm not accepting anymore. And in fact, we as a Chodesh Hazel Lachem Rosh Chodeshim means that the Jewish people have the ability to make days into one or two, the way they can make a month, a year, 13 months. HaChodesh Hazel Lachem. It's a very beautiful idea here. So now you're going to see a very fascinating thing happening over here. So now the Gemara comes to the same story again. The first day they were too tired. The second day, etc., etc. And for that come to be, it turns out to be the sixth day. There's only one day that's missing though, because the Prisha was supposed to be only 2 days. If you take them to do the math, it comes out 3 days. This is magnificent. Moshe hosif midato yom echad. Moshe told God, this is unbelievable. You know, Hashem, I need one more day to get the Matan Torah. Imagine. The story is drama. Human beings can change the calendar. Human beings can tell Kivyochel, you know what? We're not quite ready for Matan Torah. If you work, and the Gemara says, Gimel Dvarim Hosif Moshe Mida'ato, V'yiskim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. One has to do Hosif Yom Echad Mida'ato. He added up another day before Matan Torah. So now we have this magnificent situation where we have, in fact, a discussion. On the one hand, people are too tired to get. The next day, another day, I need another time. And next day, should it be a 30-day? Should it be a 29-day? So this is a fascinating question because we seem to assume Zman Matan Torateinu is what? 6th day of Sivan. I mean, unless you're in Chutz, so but even I have to say it's the 6th day. We're not going to say no on the first day of Shavuos. So it's a fascinating item. This is a story. This is the Shulchan Aruch, and okay. So he says like this. He says, "Well, we're here. B'yom Chamishi Chag Shavuos, okay. Sheomrim et Yom Chag HaShavuot hazeh Zman Matan Torateinu." This is Shulchan Aruch. This is what you and I are going to be saying in Mitzvah Hashem this coming Thursday night, right? I mean, not this coming, Thursday night afterwards, okay? Everybody agrees with that, yeah? Magen Avraham. Kasheli. Heyach anu omrim b'shvuot Yom Matan Torateinu. Halokai malan Rabbi Yossi. Da'amar bezayin b'sivan. Not Torah. Unbelievable. The Magen Avraham is puzzled by this whole thing. He goes through all sorts of things, the Rambam. And in Kein Minageu al Pi Rambam, ומה שקשה עוד, התורה ניתנה ביום נון א' לספירה. If you do the math, the way Rabbi Yossi works out, it's not 50 days, it's 51 days. Because you're putting another day in there. והתורה, הם יצאו מצרים ביום ה', והתורה ניתנה בשבת. So how does it work out? So one of them, he says, actually the way Eli says, the בא לרמוז לנו יום טוב שני של גלויות. I mean, it's a wild idea. It's an absolutely wild idea. So I'd like to say, and that's my own idea, but I think this is a fascinating thing. You know that all the holidays are given a date. You take a look in Emor or in Pinchas. Every holiday is given a date. We are בחודש הראשון, ב-14 לחודש בין 40, פסח הוא. Everyone has a date. Everyone has a date, a date. וספר מלכות השבת, except one holiday, and that's the holiday of Shavuos. וקראתם בעצם היום זה מקרא קודש שלכם, כל מלכות, no date given. ראש השנה בחודש השביעי באחד לחודש. יום כיפור, עשור לחודש. I mean, everyone, and here, Sukkot, 15 לחודש. There is, the only place that doesn't give it to you is this one holiday of Matan Torah. There's something about this Matan Torah that is, it's almost not secretive, but it's Yotzei Dofen. Something in this holiday is not given to you purely from heaven. I think the whole idea is, you know, it says, generally speaking, a Yom Tov, Chesed Lachem, Chesed L'Shamayim. Are you familiar with that? Everybody knows that? You have to have except one holiday. Shavuos. What's there? Kulchem, kulo, lachem. It's totally counterintuitive. You think Shavuos is all, no. Shavuos bedavka is la kulchem lachem. It's a fascinating idea here. And not my own idea, but I think there's a fascinating message in Matan Torah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu bedavka wants the Jewish people to be involved in the Matan Torah. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be the 6th day or the 7th day, whatever it is. You figure it out. And if you want me to wait a day, I'll wait a day. And if you want to manipulate the calendar, manipulate the calendar. Because Torah Hashem is not one directional. Torah Hashem is bi-directional. So when we say V'ten chelkeinu b'toratecha, what does that mean? V'ten chelkeinu b'toratecha. Who wants to translate? V'ten chelkeinu b'toratecha.
Let us be part of your Torah. Have us.
Explain. החלק שלי מנסה חלק מהתורה. So if I have a chidush, I say, oh, יפה, Avram Becker, יפה, okay. Put in the Torah. Ten chelkeinu b'toratecha. This fascinating thing. So I tell you, very fascinating, and that has to do with my brother Jack and I. We used to have a seder together. So we always used to say, Shlosha asar mi yodeya, Shlosha asar mi yodeya, Shlosha asar
Dibraya.
midaya.
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 Whoa.
Shlosha asar midaya. Remember this? That's what it was, midaya, trust me. Asar dibraya. Okay. Shlosha asar, anybody want to translate that? Shlosha asar midaya?
13 מידות.
מה זה? איזה מידות?
Either המידות שהתורה נדרשת בהם, or מידות הרחמים.
So I said, of course, 13 מידות, אבל הקדוש ברוך הוא, השם, כל רחום וחנון, ערך אפיים, לא ראית מה 13, לא מה 13, right? 13 מידיה. But Jack said, no. Jack said, which one? 13 מידות of Rabbi Yishmael. Rabbi Yishmael אומר, 13 מידות of 13 midaya. I said, how can two brothers come to such a conclusion? Each one from a different perspective. I'll tell you what's the answer. It's both. 13 mi yodea, 13 ani yodea. On the one hand, that's HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem kelach v'chanun. But what is the 13 midot of Rabbi Yishmael? What are they? They are the capacity of mankind to say, kal v'chomer, gizera shava. Humans, HaKadosh Baruch Hu has given tools to create into the Torah part of it. So Shlosha Midaya is an actually partnership between Shlosha Midot Kadosh Baruch Hu and Shlosha Midot of Rabbi Yishmael, who actually creates Torah. We are creative. So the reason, I'm not suggesting, the reason that Shavuos is so encased in these questions. So Zman Matan Toratenu is up to you. It could well have been that at the time of Moshe Rabbeinu was Zion, Sivan, but because you manipulated the calendar, or Chodesh 1 day, or Chodesh 2 days, Sivan, whatever it is, it now turns out to be Vav. Zman Matan Toratenu. But man matan Torah meaning it's a zman when the time came. It doesn't have to be the historical zman, because Torah by nature is a partnership. Torah is not like Sukkot, do it on the 15th day, do it on the 6th. No, Torah has to be when you're ready and you want to, and I'm ready and I want to. So Moshe Rabbeinu says the first day they have to rest. Second day, then he said, Hosif Moshe Yom Midato. What right? No. That is exactly what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you right, you feel ready to learn Torah. Now, you want an extra day? An extra day. So I'm suggesting that Matan Toratenu is really Matan Toratenu, even though historically it may have been the 7th day of Sivan, but now is a time of, because we manipulated the calendar in such a way, Hashem said 7. So on Thursday night, if we from today, if we from Thursday night, we all will say Zman Matan Toratenu to say, because that's the time. However, Bobby and I, and of course Daphna and we'll say, you know what? We have another cheshbon too. We're going to say it on the 7th day as well. Zehu.
Very nice.
Eh,
Very nice.
Anybody want any comment on this?
Can I ask a question really quick? I'm sorry. Is that okay to ask a question? Yeah.
You say the question?
Yeah, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay.
You don't have to
so-
raise your hand. This is not a class. This is not a
Yeah, I
Zoom
know. I'm
classroom
very
anymore.
used to like raising my hand.